Human systems, like organizations, are the most complex systems to manage in the universe. To make this point, an employee at NASA once commented that she could tell you what the gravitational pull would be 10 years from now for a star 5 million light years from Earth, but she couldn't tell you what will happen at her next meeting. Now, if human systems are this unpredictable and complex, how could we ever hope to manage them? A common misperception is that complex problems require complex solutions, but nothing could be further from the truth. The science of complexity theory teaches us that complex and chaotic systems are best managed and brought into order through a few simple rules. Consider the following experiment. A computer program was designed to model a group of flocking birds flying in a chaotic pattern. The goal for the birds was to fly in a northeasterly direction, but instead they all flew in chaotic directions. If these were employees at work, we'd likely put some of them on corrective action, terminate others, and try and coach others. One might think that fixing this much chaos would require many complex solutions, but actually the reverse is true. When the birds are given 3 simple rules to follow, within seconds, the chaotic flock begins to fly in an orderly pattern. The 3 rules they were given were first, Rule 1, alignment. Alignment means the birds were to fly in the average direction of the entire flock. Now, in a human system, this would be similar to asking each employee to head in the direction of the mission, vision, and values. Rule 2 was cohesion. Cohesion means that the birds were supposed to stay close to their local flockmates immediately around them. In an organization, this would be similar to employees staying connected with their local departments or work groups. The third rule they were given was the rule of separation. It seems almost paradoxical, but the birds were told that while at the same time they observed Rule 1 and 2, they needed to maintain enough separation, autonomy, and individuality from the other birds that they didn't crowd them. After all, if birds flew too close to the other birds, they couldn't spread their wings and would crash. For employees, this rule mirrors each of our need for autonomy, empowerment, and individuality in the workplace. Amazingly, when these 3 rules are lived, the birds fly in an orderly, northeasterly direction. Organizations are the same way. Rather than overloading employees with dozens of well-meaning behaviors that employees can never remember, great organizations focus on just a few behaviors and create sustained attention density around those behaviors. Organizations' best chance at creating order from chaos at work is creating a strong cultural identity that contains a few behaviors that everyone feels good about and can live. Things like assume positive intent, have a say-do ratio of 1-to-1, make a big impact but a small wake, or live the 10-5 rule. Cultural identity is a small, invisible thing that lives in the minds and hearts of employees, but that has enormous impact when you harness it. Similar to the butterfly effect in chaos theory, where the flap of a butterfly's wing in Africa causes a hurricane in New Orleans, identity is that small thing that creates enormous results if we know how to harness it. In Solving for Why, you'll learn how to unlock the power of organizational culture and provide meaning at work and achieve peak performance.